September 1989, transferring, leaving a city like to a hamlet like Pratunabal. How was the day like that day?
That day. Well, thank you very much. That day when we were traveling, I was still young. We were young, we were not so grown, so some of the things we may not be able to remember vividly. But what I can remember that day, that it rained very heavily that day, and the road was so bad. And the car that was transporting us from Dabwasi Junction to the village plateau, it's not any better vehicle. It's a truck. It's a truck that was carrying us. And because of the nature of the road, the truck couldn't successfully take us to where we were going. So he had to leave us on the road because it's a small kind of a mountain that he needs to climb, and the truck was so weak. So the driver got angry because the floor was, the ground was slippery, the car could not move. So the driver got angry and dropped all of us with our luggages, everything on the road. And we were left in nowhere, no houses, no food, no water. But that was where the truck left us, on the road.
So the car returned?
Yes, it returned. It left us, and the driver got angry, and he just left.
So at that moment, you felt that's the end of your world?
Yes, we were so we were all asking Daddy, what is it? Where are we going? This is where we are going to sleep. Where is food? Because at that time we were hungry. We couldn't even get food to eat. There is no water to drink. When you look left and right, it's all bushes.
Forest
no
area.
Houses, forest area, no houses, no human being except us. Yeah, that is what I can remember.
Now, in the midst of all this, you finally arrived.
Yeah.
When you arrived at Plateau number 1, how was the feeling like?
When we arrived, at that time, what I can remember was that at that time there was no mission house, a resident for the pastors. So we were told that we have to put up with a church member who is a deaconess in the church that is supposed to go and pastor. And when they took us to the house, oh my God, the whole place is you can imagine where we were coming from and where we have to.
It was a sharp contrast.
It was so terrible. So we were crying, asking Daddy, is this where we are coming? Is this what we are coming to do? Because you can't see anything. They are all bushes. Yes. But that is where we have to. And the room, I remember where we have to put. So there are no much rooms in that house. But they put us all in one room at that night. If I can still remember. Yeah, no bed to sleep on, nothing, bare floor, no towels. But you have to manage that for the night. Yes.
So the journey, it could have been like that of how they asked the counting of citizens where Jesus Christ was born into a measure.
Yeah.
That's how it depicted.
Ours look exactly like that.
Now, having gone through all this, as a lady aspiring to be a great woman as you are, what was the educational life there at that time for you?
The educational life over there was so bad. You can't write anything about it. It's just so bad. Because even looking at the classroom structures, oh my God, it's so... Kids have to be sitting under the trees, and it doesn't even look like a school. But that is the school that we have to attend. Yes. But there is nothing we could do at that time, because as for our daddy, what he kept telling us, if I can remember then, is that this is what God has called him to do. And he promised that he's going to lead us to the expected end. So we were only hoping, following daddy one step at a time. So whether it is good or not, so long as daddy said this is what we have to do, we have to obey and follow.
What was the reception from the people of the community? I recall the Christianity was very low at that time. How did daddy navigate through this tough terrain so far as Christianity at that place concerned?
Yeah, in Prato, the Christianity, I think the whole village, that time, it is now that Christianity is coming there. So you could see the unacceptable and all that. And it's like, even though the people, the folks were happy that they have received a pastor that is coming to at least teach them who God is, at the same time too, it's like, this is our territory. You are coming into our territory. So you could see the infighting and all that.
They were simply under threat.
Yes, they were under threat.
Moving from Prato, another transition to the city, Mamprobi. How were you able to adjust yourself to that? Because having stayed in that area, you would have been acclimatized with the situation there.
Yeah.
Now you've been moved again to another area, which the transition. How do you adapt to this?
Yeah, I remember the first night that we got to Mamprobi, Daddy called all of us. It's like, hey, we were in the typical village. Mm-hmm. This is Accra. Mm-hmm. This is Mamprobi. Mm-hmm. So he knows that we picked certain lifestyles, attitude and all that from the village, but we are in Accra, we are in city now. So he wants all of us to really adapt and adjust to what the city life is. So we just following one step at a time, and by the grace of God we are able to manage all of them.
Does it mean that this disciplinary posture help you to be adapting to a situation that you find yourself?
Yes, our daddy is very disciplined, and one thing he tells us that when I hear from God, if God said this is what I have to do, you don't ask questions. You just follow him. Once he hears from God, then you follow him. So that is what we do. He's very disciplined, making sure that we don't go astray from what God wants him to do. So that is what we do.
Pastor's wife, a pastor's daughter, education also counts. Here is the case. Pastors are not well paid. Does it also has a toll on your educational challenges?
Yes or no. I can say yes or no. But in our case, God has been so faithful to us. And because I remember that he kept telling us that when God called him to a full ministry, he asked God, how is he going to take care of his house? And God told him that I called you, I will provide. So by the grace of God, even though the money doesn't come that much, but God himself at every point in time provided for us through people.
In all this journey, is it a time that you ask yourself, why did he become a pastor than any other profession?
Yes.
And what was that time like? What necessitated that?
At times, it's like there's so much, you need so much, there is no money. But yet, Daddy will tell us that let's believe God, help will come. And somehow, I don't know how God does it, but at the end of the day, He provides help for us. Yes.
What will you describe that throughout those journeys? As today, as a proud daughter, we are all proud of such a turbulent journey, and crowning with 34 years is no mini journey. What will you say? Now there's one person also play a pivotal role in that. Mommy. How was mommy fixing all those dots?
Yes, in fact, we are so grateful to our parents, and daddy being the spiritual head of the family, actually is able to bring us together, tell us that, hey, this is where we are going. And my mom was very, 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 very supportive, because our daddy is very busy with the work of God. Mommy now serves at the backbone, and they are disciplined. They make sure that we do this, we don't do this, we go the right way. And I see my mommy sacrificing everything of hers, just because he always tells us that she doesn't want us to be wayward children. So she sacrificed her life, sacrificed her job, has sacrificed her happiness, everything for us.
In one sentence, how will you describe that?
Amazing, Dad.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
It's nice talking to you.
Thank you.